and entertaining. It's the news at noon on ABM Radio. It's facts, it's balance, it's accurate and entertaining. It's the news at noon on ABM Radio. It's facts, it's balance, it's accurate and entertaining. It's the news at noon on ABM Radio. It's facts, it's balance, it's accurate and entertaining. It's the news at noon on ABM Radio.
It's noon. Today, the 21st day of August 2023. Abia government vows to clear salary areas by December. NEMA to begin rice distribution in states. Hours to inauguration, President Tinubu deploys Oyetola and others. These are the major headlines on the news at noon. We'll take commercial, wrap up with the details and many more. Stay connected.
It's facts, it's balance, it's accurate and entertaining. It's the news at noon on ABM Radio.
Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium.
It's balanced, it's accurate and entertaining. It's the news at noon on ABM Radio. It's facts, it's balance, it's accurate and entertaining. It's the news at noon on ABM Radio.
Welcome back. I'm Chinro Mahi. Now to details. The Abia State Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Mike Akpara, has assured civil servants in the state that all the backlog of salary arrears and pensions will be cleared before December 31st, 2023. The commissioner, who spoke in a chat with selected journalists in Umuahia, the state capital, on Sunday, said Governor Alex Oti's administration would leave no stone unturned in fulfilling all her campaign promises to Abia residents. He pointed out that the ongoing verification of civil servants in the state was geared towards ensuring that government workers and retirees received their salaries and pensions as at when due. 3 gunmen on Sunday night shot dead a couple identified as Mr. and Mrs. Samson Owobo in Owerri, the Imo State capital. Our correspondent gathered that Owobo, who hailed from Edo State, was a retired assistant superintendent of police. The incident, which happened around 8 p.m. beside the Chisco Transport Company office, very close to the Owerri Area Police Command, which also houses the Owerri Urban Police Divisional Headquarters at Ibu Road, Owerri, the state capital, threw the residents and business owners into confusion. Residents of at least 23 local government areas in Sokoto, Zamfara and Kebbi states are fighting for survival as kidnappers, cattle rustlers and bandits make their lives miserable. According to the news agency of Nigeria, people of the impacted districts have been compelled to migrate, enter into an arrangement with the criminals, or live in fear. Residents in Sokoto State stated the worst impacted local government districts are Isa, Sabon Beni, Gwadabawa, Ilila, Tangaza and Goronya areas. The National Security Advisor Malam Nuhu Ribadu and the governors of the states of Zamfara and Niger met behind closed doors to discuss the deteriorating security situation plaguing the two states in an effort to find a long-term solution to the persistent banditry troubling both states. Governors Dauda Lawal and Mohamed Omar Bago traveled together to Zamfara, according to a statement from the media advisor to Zamfara Governor Suleiman Bala Idris. Former Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress (APC), Honorable Yekini Nabena, says the ruling party is becoming a rehabilitation camp for corrupt politicians. He said the appointment of former Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje as the party's national chairman shows that the party is indifferent to fighting corruption. Nabena said this in an interview with the Sun newspaper on Sunday. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) says the visit of music star Hafiz Adeshina Fashola, popularly known as Naira Marley, to the agency was not for an ambassadorial role. Marley had visited the agency's Abuja headquarters earlier in the week, where he preached against drug abuse, urging Nigerians to shun drugs. Social media was agog in the wake of the developments, with many claiming the singer badged an ambassadorial deal with the agency during the visits. On Sunday, the National Emergency Management Agency announced that it had begun preparations for transferring 180 trucks of rice to various states as suggested by the National Economic Council. As part of measures to ease the pain of subsidy reduction, the federal government announced a 5 billion naira palliative for each state of the federation and 180 trucks of rice on Thursday. Few hours to their inauguration, President Bola Tinubu on Sunday redeployed ex-governor of Osun State and ministerial designate Adeboyega Oyetola from the Ministry of Transportation to the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. The president also redeployed Abubakar Momo from the Federal Ministry of Youth to the Federal Ministry of Niger Delta Development. Nigeria's average daily consumption of premium motor spirits (PMS), popularly known as petrol, dropped to 52 million naira liters in July compared to 64 million liters in the previous month, according to the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA). Recent data from NMDPRA obtained by Daily Post over the weekend showed that the country's fuel consumption had dropped following the removal of the petrol subsidy. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration's removal of fuel subsidy has led to price increments of over 600 naira per litre for PMS nationwide. The Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) has rejected the Niger Junta's 3-year power transition plan. The ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Abdel Fattah Musa, announced the development in an interview with BBC on Sunday. General Abdurrahman Tichiani, commander of the Niger Junta, announced in a live address on Saturday night that the army will hand over control to the civilian government within the next 3 years, according to Tribune Online. While on sports, Spain's La Roja have won their first ever Women's World Cup title. The Spanish ladies defeated England 1-0 on Sunday to win the 2023 final in Sydney, Australia. And that sports news brings us to the end of the news at noon. But before we recap of our major headlines, Abiy government vows to clear salary arrears by December. NEMA to begin rice distribution in states. As to inauguration, President Tinubu redeploys Oyetola and others. For these and many more, log on to our website at www.abntv.com.ng. You can also download our app via Google Play Store. Download ABN Radio. You can also visit any of our social media platforms displayed on screen. This news is edited and packaged by Ifeanyi Okali. I am Chinro Omai. Stay connected for more of our programs coming up. Do stay safe and have a lovely day ahead.
Entertaining, it's the news at noon on ABN Radio.